And I gotta ask you about Jim Norton because I love Jim Norton, or should I say, loved Jim Norton. I thought he was hilarious. I like watching Chip, but the guy on the Sirius XM show is a fucking. It's not even like it's the same person. He stinks. He's not funny. He's fucking boring. He couldn't make a Bruce Springsteen concert seem fun because it's fucking that show stinks of shit. Do you think that there's a chance that Norton is, as you mentioned, cancel culture earlier? Do you think that the fact that the fear of cancel culture coming after him for a lot of the shit that he said and done is kind of put Norton on this really boring, unfunny path to shit?
It's a tricky question. Uh, I mean, I was thinking I was going to tell Chad to, because Chad has contacts at Sirius Satellite Radio. So I was saying to Chad, like, you should try to get us a show. It's because Chad's good at that, like networking and talking to people and asking them for stuff. I'm not very good at it, but I was going to say, Chad, you should ask them if we can like send them a tape. But then I'm like, is it worth it? Like, I don't, they don't pay you very much unless you get a, established show or unless you're a big personality. But you really do have to be very, unless you're Howard Stern, I think you have to be very, very, very careful over there because, my wife listens to Howard Stern. Again, she's like, she says, Howard says the N word, but it's like, yeah, but he can say the N word and because he basically owns the network, the network is basically on, it continues to exist because of Howard Stern. So, but if you're not Howard Stern, I don't know what you can say. I don't know. I don't know what you can say without getting into trouble. And then when you're always worried about what you're saying, then it's like, okay, then what are we doing here? Like, what can I say? And then if you're constantly, I mean, that's the advantage of podcasting. Like, you don't have to worry about what you're saying because if you say something, then you can always take it out or if it's live stream you can whatever, but it's like you can't really get fired. I mean, you can lose your Patreon or whatever, but you can't really get fired like you can at Sirius Satellite Radio or any radio station where they have a boss and a hierarchy where they say, oh, we don't, and they can always say your ratings are not good or whatever, but they can just fire you for stuff you say on the air. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's hard. I'm starting to think, because I got into a little tiff with them a couple of weeks ago, and it was basically all my doing, So, just because I was mad that they hadn't had me on in a couple of years, and they were like, "Well, you got to ask to be on," and I was like, "I said Sam Morril asked to be on St. Patrick's Day." You guys are not. I go, that's fooey. What do they say when something's bullshit? That's a fooey on you. No, it's complete bullshit. It's like Sam Morril didn't ask to be on St. Patrick's Day. They're just so I was like, wow, these guys are not trying and blah blah blah. But what I started to realize is it's probably what you asked, a combination of playing it safe and not trying to get it and staying away from anything controversial because you might get in trouble. And also, I think Norton has been through the O&A years, and then he did the show with Opie, just him and Opie. And then I think on some level he was sick of like the conflict, and him and Sam get along well. So maybe they don't have any conflict. And when there's no conflict, after a while, maybe the show is just, they don't have a lot to, you know what I mean? It's like if you have a sitcom, they want you like when I used to pitch sitcoms or whatever, they always want conflict because conflict you basically leads to comedy. You create conflict and then you resolve the conflict, and that's comedy. So but if Jim and Sam, they get along great and they really do like each other. So but there's probably not a lot of conflict. But Norton was probably sick of conflict after Opie, so he probably didn't want conflict because he just thought it was too draining on him, after the O&A breakup, and then just him and Opie. So that's what I'm starting to think. That like Norton didn't want conflict, and because of that, the show doesn't have a lot of conflict. So, and then maybe the show gets a little, because O&A used to have a lot of conflict, and even Howard Stern used to have a lot of conflict. Howard Stern doesn't have conflict anymore either, and that's why people think it stinks. So I think part of that is like these guys have been doing on the radio so long. It's like my mom. They want everybody to get along. For the most part, everybody does get along, but people might find it boring, especially compared to the O&A years, or even to the Opie and Jim years. Where there was more. They knew they had conflict because Kumi wasn't there anymore, and then Opie and Kumia didn't get along, but Jim and Kumia still got along. So there was that conflict of, how are they going to make it work? And so that's what I'm guessing, because I know from my own show, like the more conflict there is, the easier it is to do the show, because you don't have to worry about being funny or anything. You just let the conflict drive the fucking show,
That's why what you've got to do for an upcoming episode before Chad gets sent to prison, don't tell them that you're bringing on the ski mask people. Just have them appear on screen during recording. Let's get Stancil, we call that Anthony Meade. Let's get fucking ski mask. Let's get the conflict going.
Yeah, but to what? To what end? It's like
30 minutes.
They're just going to argue that everybody knows what they're going to say. Like, Chad's a piece of shit. He's a degenerate. He's going to go to jail. And then Chad will say that these guys are all nothings. They're not even in show business, and they wear hats over their face, and they have fake names. So I already know what they're going to say. And as somebody asked me, when they saw my documentary, a guy that was just on my show last week that I'd known for a long time. He used to own a comedy club in the 90s, and he said, "Oh, I watched your documentary." He goes, "I didn't." He said, "I didn't." He goes, "Oh, I didn't know." Because the show I did with him was like quiet, and we were just talking about like the old days, and so he goes, I didn't even know all this conflict you had in your show. He goes, the fans must have hated me. I said, well, they didn't hate you, but mostly it was just like I don't try to like how do I say this? Like I told him I never try to do a show where like let's get contrived. Let's get two people I know won't get along, and let's put them together. Like if it happens, it happens. But I never try to make it too like forced or artificial, So I told him I just like to do shows that I think are going to be interesting or fun to me. And then if the fans like it, the fans like it. So my point is, like, I would never put those two together, Chad against Stance on those guys, because I kind of like both of them. And then I just think it would be like them yelling, like when I got in a fight with Jimmy Martinez, it wasn't planned. Like I would never put two groups together, be like, let's watch them fight, Like it's just, to me, I like to. It's more interesting to me to like. I don't know what's going to happen, but if I know what's going to happen, I'm like, fuck it. It wouldn't be, like I do your show because I don't know you. If I knew you, I'd be like, I don't, whatever. But it's like, if I know what's going to happen, I almost don't want to do it with Chad and Ski Mask and those guys, because I could have that and people like, oh, that was great, but it would just be like a lot of fucking yelling. Like when I used to do my show with Lenny Marcus, we were friends. I didn't know we would end up not getting along. Like I didn't know I'd end up fucking screaming at him. Like we were friends. So it was weird. And I didn't know, with Brian McCarthy, I didn't know Brian McCarthy was going to fucking, that ended up being like a weird ending, but I'm sure it was like entertaining for the fans, but I had never anticipated that. So most of the things that happen, I don't even anticipate,
Well, I didn't anticipate that I was going to get this much time with you. So my final question before I let you go
I don't know where to buy. I don't know where you can get Coke when you come visit in New York. Is that what you're asking me?
No, but I know where to get Coke in New York.
Oh, all right.
I know Colin Tyrell, but hey, let's stick together.
Name dropping.
Yeah, yeah.